On June 29th, many of us watched and cheered the best U.S. race walkers as they competed in the Olympic trials at 20 kilometers. All of the athletes came into the race with great stories on making the meet and what they experienced while competing. One in particular, Talia Green, was the only high school athlete in the race walk. There were other high school athletes in the meet, but each of them was competing in exactly the same event they do in high school. Talia, on the other hand, raced an event 2 times the under 20 distance and almost 7 times what she'd do in the Junior Olympics against college athletes and professional athletes. That's like someone who does the 1500 in high school, running the Olympic trials in the 10K and finishing eighth. Unprecedented. On the way to her outstanding performance, she hit splits that put her onto all the distances in the high school race walk performance lists. She is 38th at 1500, fourth at 3000, first at 5000, and first at 10,000. And then she doubled back with another 10,000 after that, which with a time that would have been the third fastest of the year. Her experience is something that all high school race walkers can learn from. So we reached out and asked her a few questions so that she could share that with everyone. And here's Talia.
Hi, I'm Talia Green. So here are my answers to the questions from High School Race Walk. So how did you feel going into the race? Going into the race, I was just really excited to be here or be there at the trials. Obviously it's my first experience ever competing in it, and it's only my second 20K. So I was just excited to be there. And I've been working with Coach Dave McGovern for my training beforehand. And it has been hard to weave that race walk training into my running training during track season in school. But I figured out a way to balance it enough, and so I was just excited to be able to compete. What surprised you about racing at the trials? I think the thing I was most surprised about, I think it was just maybe the pacing of it. I'm not used to the 20K, so going in, my plan, at least for my first 20K, was to just take the laps really consistently and try to just hit my pace evenly each lap, so every K. And so this race, going into it, I was thinking the same thing, and I think I was just sort of surprised by how the other women were mostly trying to negative split it, and so that was just something a little different for me. The other thing that surprised me, I don't know if it's really a surprise, but everyone is just so nice in the race walk community and really supportive. So all the people that came up to me beforehand and said good luck, and all the hugs that I got from people afterwards was just something really sweet to have at the trials. What was the best thing about competing at the trials? I think the best thing about competing at the trials was just the energy there and getting to meet so many amazing athletes, really talented people, and also really great, kind people who are just super passionate about the sport of not just race walking, but also track and field. So just getting to compete at another level was really special to me, but also meeting a lot of really amazing people. I think that was one of the best things. And a lot of the people are a bit older than me, so it was nice to have so many role models around me, and they're all people that I really do look up to. So it was really cool to get to talk to them and meet them and even race with some of them. How does it feel to have the highest finish of any high school female athlete in the meet? So this is a stat I didn't know about, but I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I just really wanted to focus on doing my best. I did put top 8 as a goal for myself, just in terms of one thing I can think about. I never want to put place down as a goal for any of my races, but just looking at my times and what I think I could do, I was just trying to shoot for it and dream big. And I mean, it's crazy the number of high schoolers who were at the Olympic trials this year. There were, I think, 10 of us, unless I'm missing anyone. So that's there's so many people this year, which I think it's kind of scary, but it's also really surprising and really amazing. And I think it just shows a lot of dedication, and it just shows that people can dream big, which I think is really cool. What is next up for you as a race walker? So next up for me as a race walker is, I think I'm going to be focusing on 10K and 5K next year. It'll be my last year in under 20s. After next year, I'll be turning 20. So I do want to focus on the shorter distances and really stick to that. And I'll also be running in college, so just figuring out how to balance college athletics and my race walking career and putting it all together. So I don't know what races I'll be doing quite yet, but I'm just excited to continue training. That's one of the things I love most about race walking, is just going on nice long walks on the weekends and enjoying the fresh air and the breeze. So that's all. Thank you.
Beautiful day in Springfield, Oregon.